Hey guys, it's Blair coming to you to chat a little bit about the smart system, give you an update on where we are with the transition to the 2.0 system, let you know what's ahead and kind of what we've been working on. Just want to start off with a big thank you to Tina, to Manny, to the development team, and really to every one of you guys for your patience and for your communication as we transition to the Smart 2.0. Look, we've got about 150 programs across the country, and I think everybody uses it a little bit differently. So sometimes we have to figure out how do we make sure it works for everybody. So that has not been the easiest challenge, but just want to congratulate all of you guys for kind of helping us get toward where we are right now. I think we've made a huge amount of strides in the past month, 2 months with working through the bugs and the oddities that we have identified. I will tell you guys, it's been a little bit like whack-a-mole in the sense that it felt like we would take 2 steps forward and then we find out that something else that, as we did a release would break in the system. So we have to go back and triage that, hunt down those issues. But I think we're getting toward a lot of the end of that. Looks like the system's being more stable. Hopefully you guys are seeing that the reliability is improving for things such as walk paths, making sure stats are going in. One of the things I would say is walk paths are important to all of us. So as you guys are checking to see that all of your folks that are on shift or that have stats and a walk path are in the system, please make sure you take a little bit of time to do that. Sometimes you have to troubleshoot and make sure that it's not an issue with the ambassador not being logged in. We think that we found that, those things, the issues we found with kicking ambassadors out, a lot of those have been rectified. Some of the spinning issues with the app just spins, I think that's been rectified, and we have one more release coming next week that hopefully will also make another big step toward that as well. So one of the things, hopefully you've also noticed that the speed of the system has improved over the last couple of releases. Data has been migrated, so hopefully you're seeing your old smart system data coming over. We know there's been some mismatches with that data. That's going to be fixed in the coming release next week. So some of these things, hopefully you're seeing that we're working through some of these oddities that happen between the systems. There is a new release coming next week that I just want to give you guys an update that's going to do a couple things. It's going to allow the outreach ambassadors to have their own security profile. That way they're not having to log in as an operations supervisor, which sometimes becomes challenging. So you guys will have your own logins if you're one of our outreach folks. There's been mismatch of some of those data points I mentioned between what's showing up in the portal and what's showing up on your reports. That should be addressed. And one of the last things is now, while this isn't widespread, we've noticed that sometimes the system is adding in a huge number to some of your data points. So we think that's going to be addressed within the next release as well next week. So there'll be a whole new app release next week, along with several more features and fixes. Like with any app release, please make sure your devices are on, and you'll get a communication from Tina and the team, but make sure your devices are on, they're connected to Wi-Fi so we can push that app update to your devices. February 24th, there will be another release, and that's gonna address a couple of oddities such as the presence of ambassadors in the defined boundary report. That's not working correctly. That should be addressed. I think there's gonna be some enhancements to the report builder. I think you can look at things such as like having sizing handles for pictures so that you can make pictures less stretched out in an easier way. You guys should also have an undo button. We're pushing hard to make sure an undo button gets put in the system. So it's the little things that make reports hard to create. But I want to say that even with some of these challenges, so many of you guys have figured out how to create some really good looking reports. So when I see the reports in finished form, I think they're really impressive. And I know, sometimes getting there hasn't been the easiest thing, and I appreciate you guys helping create those reports. There's also going to be an adjustment to the outreach reports that's going to allow the person's totals to be shown in descending order. So that's going to be in one of the coming releases. If it's not the 23rd, it'll be pretty quickly after. So we're noticing some of these things that you're seeing. That's going to allow us to get to some things that are on deck still. One of those is we know for management roles, you guys in management, when you go and you're doing things in the field, you add stats, you have to switch between safety and cleaning. We're still working through how exactly we're going to fix that so that you guys don't have to do that. But we know that's sort of a pain. So we're working through it. Everything report is in the works. We're trying as much as we can to get an everywhere light report put in. We got one customer in particular that really relies on it. So you have sort of a light version of the everywhere report in February is the plan. And then by March, April, we'll have the full everywhere report replicated from what you guys got used to in 1.0. As you can see, we're whacking away at a lot of the challenges you guys are helping us identify. Sometimes you just don't identify things till they go out into the field. So we appreciate the communication coming from you guys. We want to get to a point where we're doing the fun stuff in the smart system, the stuff that we sort of dreamed about that this new system and the new technology on this new platform would allow us to do. For example, one of those is the equipment module that's in final testing right now. We think that being able to see our equipment fleet across the country is going to pay such huge dividends. Right behind that, we want to get the gamification out so that we can make doing things and doing work as fun as we possibly can through the smart system. So just want to give you guys an update of what's going on. Now, I know some of your customers have also been asking, hey, what's going on in the smart system? I know there's some challenges, there's some bugs in it. What's going on with that? So, if you have one of those customers that are particularly in the system and aware of some of the challenges, feel free to share this communication. More than anything, just want to communicate to you guys, let you know that there's releases coming almost every week or every 2 weeks that's addressing some of the things we're seeing, but we're excited about where the smart system's going. If you got any questions, reach out to Tina. Also, don't forget, if you have an issue, make sure you submit it through the ticketing system so that we can drill in and figure out who's the best person to help you with that. So other than that, just want to give you guys an update. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm excited for February because it means spring's behind February. So with that, I'll see you soon. Thanks, guys.